In this video, we get bonked from behind and then bonked through the chicane. And I decide to absolutely send it once again at turn number 1. Hello everyone and welcome back to an ACC video. And here you see we are at Catalonia. The RCI eSports 6 Hours Championship. Now, previously we were Indy. This time we're at Catalonia. I'm in the brand new Ferrari 296, starting nearer the back here, which was just an unfortunate qualifying session. But even so, here we go. Underway then. We've already lost a couple of positions here, but you know, it's a 6-hour race. We don't go into it all gung-ho blazing. You try and survive as much as you can the first few laps and then start building up. Now, you may notice in the bottom left-hand side, it's Parker in the car. We've not driven with James in quite a while. In fact, it was back in the charity race where we actually drove with James. What was that, 2 years ago? 3 years ago even? That was an unbelievable charity race that we took part in. It was an unbelievable race. Remember, we were racing Jensen Button. But here we are, once again, racing together in a team of racing for FFS Racing, of course, in this championship as we go through the right-hander. So, you know, we're just settling down at the moment here, looking... Oh, hello. There's a crash up ahead there. You see everybody slows up. Good reactions from everybody there, which is good to see as we go around there and continue on. So we're in the new Ferrari 296. Last time you saw us, we were in the Ferrari 488. You are allowed to upgrade the car in this championship, and that's exactly what we've done there as we go into that left-hander. Now, you may have noticed by the thumbnail and the title of this video that we're actually going to do something very different to everybody else. So obviously this is version 1.9 now of the game as the Aston Martin gets a bit of oversteer there, looking down the outside as we head towards the left-hander. I'll get back onto what we're going to do different in just a second because we're going to jump to some live reaction as we go through that left-hander. Let's jump to some live action or reactions from the stream then.
I hate this first lap at Barcelona because everyone checks up in the chicane and you just get melted from behind.
It's not too bad.
There's a crash car in front of us. The right side.
It's fine.
Who's that?
Oh, see like that.
Oh, what are they doing?
Right. Yep. Good.
Gonna be at a cut.
No, probably not.
It's like the Audi carried on there.
Oh no. No, that's a lot of seconds.
Enable the tyres again and you'll see.
Yeah, it's 20 seconds of damage.
How fast is that Audi? Jesus Christ.
20 seconds of damage there from that small instant. Not our fault in the slightest. James reacted accordingly. Very, very, very good drivers, James, as you will see in this video as well. So yeah, we've got a lot of damage there. Fortunately, in version 1.9, damage isn't as impactful as it was in previous versions of ACC. So that's kind of good for us. But even so, it's still damage that's there, and it still will impact the car as we go into the right-hander. Still in this train of cars then, and we've got a lot of work to do. Now, I did say we're going to do something alternative, and we decided right before the race, I did a 30-minute session, and the tyre wear is a bit extreme in version 1.9 in terms of the wear. We decided that we're going to do some 45-minute stints, which we were wondering whether anybody else would do this because the tyres are going to take a beating. In fact, people ended up with 0 tyre wear essentially left on their cars. You see a bit of a tap there from the Bentley. We go into the right-hander, around the outside of the Aston Martin. We go, oh, nearly contact there. We just get through there. But yeah, tyre wear really big now in ACC. And people, by the end of the race, were on 0. So we were like, you know, we're going to try a 45-minute stint. We tried with a 30-minute stint just to see what it was, and we saw it was low already, which is why we did that. Killian did some calculations. Killian, a part of the other team, we're currently in P35 there, as you can see in the bottom left-hand side. So we're with Van Ommen and James, of course, for this one as we head towards the chicane. Now, if you do want to check out the full live stream, that is in the description, and of course, I will link some of the previous races at the end of the video as well. If you want to check out the race highlights from those. Anyway, we're here at Catalonia. We are about to finish this lap then. That's 2 laps completed. 5 hours, 56 minutes of the race to go, but this is the highlights, of course. And look at that rear view mirror. That Bentley absolutely speeding along here. James goes defensive on the inside as we go into the braking zone then. And the Ferrari, very good here, defends very nicely indeed. I'm going to keep that position. But now then, as we head into long right-hander, as we advance further on. You can see we're behind an Audi then. Let's get some live reaction once again, because the Audis, as we know, are very quick in a straight line.
Yeah, this is disgustingly bad.
As you heard there, disgustingly bad. Look, we're not gaining. We're literally in the slipstream. The Audi is so strong in the straight line. Our car was impacted a little bit by the damage, though. There were a couple of Ferraris that were quicker than us as well. But you can see there, we were struggling.
The Audi's also good on the brakes, but it's tragically slow mid-corner. So it's tough to outbrake him.
Maybe just drive around him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to set him up at the moment. Like this. Like that. There we go.
Nice. Beautiful. What a beautiful move that was. Set him up perfectly. Got the move done. Up into P31 we go. Beautiful move there from James. That's a quality driver. Absolute quality driver. As we dance further on, James around the outside of an Aston Martin and the 474. Remember, in the past, we have talked about them being a bit aggressive in terms of getting through the field and sometimes with their moves, but even so, let's see what happens here then as we head towards the left-hander. In we go, James on that inside, gets the move done here, and as we leave this corner, there's a slight tap there, and weirdly, I think on James' side, they merge together. On my side, it quite clearly sees as a contact. Very odd, but even so, we're through. Up another place, up into P30. Now, we're doing the 45-minute stints, of course. It means every tyre set is going to be double stinted, but it means that the maximum a tyre will do is 1 hour and a half rather than 2 hours, which you have to do twice if you are, because there's only 4 sets of tyres. I haven't explained that, have I? There are 4 sets of tyres in a 6-hour race in this championship. I will get there. And that's what you got to be careful of here. So James just going to run out wide here. There was a faster car coming through here, car 71. They were the one that we saw off at, or just before the chicane earlier on lap 1. So we let them go. Here we have 6 sets of tyres. I should have explained that earlier on as we head in towards turn 1. And we're hoping to actually follow car 71 through here as we head into the right-hander then. That was the goal. Let the faster car go through. Let them make the moves and hopefully just follow them through and gain in positions where we can gain the positions. As we head towards the right-hander then and in towards the braking zone we go. Oh, it's tight, it's tight. Look at the dab of the brakes there. The dab of the brakes work like a charm. That Ferrari loses the rear end a little bit there, does Healy. And through, once again, into P30, where we were earlier on. But even so, we've made it. Yeah, 4 sets of tyres in a 6-hour race. It does mean it's quite hard work. So if you're on a 2-hour tyres, essentially, as we go into that right-hander there. Somebody going for a spin there. A bit of a Porsche going for a spin. We'll take that position. Thank you very much, my friend, as we gain another spot there. And Killian is right behind now, our sister car there. So we do have 2 cars in this one. So yeah, 4 sets of tyres, 6 hours. When they're at the end of 2 hours, they're going to have no tyre wear left, so really slow times. We were going for just 1.5 hour limits. Oh.
That's a blink. Free spot.
Let's go.
This Ferrari is quick, I think, Killian, so let's see what he does the next couple of laps. Now we're clear. Okay. He's going to get a pen.
Yeah, he started towards the front. He was the one that got binned before the chicane. You heard it there? Just giving them a bit of advice. More reactions.
Fuel low. What?
Yeah, you've enough. You should have 1 point something.
My car's just stopped. What the fuck?
How much fuel have you got?
What the hell happened there?
By
No?
accident.
Oh, I didn't. I'm on the pit menu, so...
Are you going again, yeah? Yeah, you are.
Yeah, very odd situation there. James Codd just randomly stopped in the race. That cost us 5 or 6 seconds there. And unfortunately, that does mean we've dropped in towards the leaders as Caracas goes through. Just a bit of misfortune there, you know, in terms of literally that happening when it did. It does mean that we're going to have to let some of the leaders through, and that's what we did. However, we'll skip all that. We'll go to where the pit stops really matter. So people doing their first pit stops now. You can see that pit lane is full. And look at this. We're getting in lots of positions. Remember, our sister car is even further ahead now. They started behind us as well, so they're doing a fantastic job as we go into turn 1. Up into P24 we go, but we do have 2 pit stops, 2 extra pit stops to make in this race, which is significant. It really is, as we head towards turn 1 then. And you can see we're right behind the Ferrari here, one of the leaders in P8. And again, we're just trying to get past any double stinters.
Smart.
Smart. Smart Williams.
Send it.
Send it.
I didn't tell you that Ommen had got in the car as well, because we've got 4 hours and 24 minutes to go. And we're all telling Ommen to send it because we're having to actually go aggressive here, because we have to make those extra pit stops. We have to get every second that we can in terms of time so that we can make up those pit stops. But it's not as significant as you realize, because when you're at the end of those double stinted tires and the 2 hour stints, they don't work. You're talking 147s. It's 2 or 3 seconds slower per lap. So it is significant. As you see here, we've got a run on 404. Some friends that I race with, Roth there. We've raced with Roth a few times. Slight tap there between the two cars. Nothing major though. We've still got a bit of an overlap then as we continue on out of that corner. Looking down the inside of the 404 car as we get it stopped. We get it turned in. Through we go and we carry on. So obviously Van Ommen is on a fresh pair of boots right now because we did change drivers. James did do his double stint. Now it's Van Ommen's turn for that double stint. You see the Porsche there getting a lot of oversteer here. That's Mabix. You may have seen them on YouTube. They do a lot of ACC stuff as well. As we look down the inside, they're mainly a German streamer and video content creator. So if you do German, guten Tag. And yes, that's who you can have a look out for if you do speak German. Anyway, down the inside we go. So we're not getting placed here, just time because they're double stinting some tyres. And we need to get by them very quickly as we approach another one. Let's do some small live reaction.
Not close enough.
That's fine. I'm doing. Oh, there
yeah.
we go. Oh, what a nice guy.
Oh, legend. Cheers, Welsingham. Now, when somebody does something like that, which makes you lets you go really easy, you remember that and you pay that back at some point in the future. In fact, let me say it myself. Well, what a really nice guy. I'll have to make sure we let him go next time we see him. As I say, you know, you pay back what you get given. I've always done that in sim racing. I've done it in the past as well. And people have moaned at me, but, you know, the whole point, you know, if somebody gives something to you, you give it back when they need it as well. As you see, Dara McCormack there lets us by. Thank you, Dara. So we approach an Audi, of course.
See if I can touch him, actually. I don't think so. No.
No. Just dive him into T1, mate. You're going to have so much more grip. Send it. Nice.
Oh, beautiful. Another beautiful move there by Van Ommen. Another send as we start making our way through the grid. Obviously, these are all 4 positions now. As we approach Sundstrom then. Again, we've raced with Mikael Sundstrom before. As they go a bit deep in the Audi. The Audi uses more tyre wear than the Ferrari. So I was surprised no Audis actually took a different strategy for this race. And they were all just trying the 2-hour stints where they need to double stint tyres. Now, we are the only team doing the 45-minute stints. Both cars as well as we advance further on then. Van Ommen finishing his stint. And I'm going to be doing the final 3 hours of the race. Yes, 3 hours, folks, of non-stop racing from me on the live stream. Yeah, it's going to be a hard one. And I will tell you it is a hard one. So we're going to leave the pits then. Where are we going to come out here? In fact, in some very clean airs. One car goes by there. One of the leaders. 1-2-1. But other than that, very clean air indeed. And this is exactly what we want in the race because it means that we can actually push on a little bit on some fresh tyres with no traffic around and really take advantage of these extra pit stops we're doing and the fresher tyres we have. So 1 lap later, this isn't on saying that, 1 lap later we catch up to 1-1 very, very quickly here. We are going to look to try and get past them very quickly as well as we look down the inside, looking to get it stopped there as we do. Beautiful stuff. Continue on through. They go for the cutback initially, but then I think they just hold off and decide against it, knowing that we're on the fresher tyres and we're going to go absolutely ham. So let's advance further on then, where we see Car 95. Remember them from Indy? We're in a good race with them. Unfortunately, we're on a different strategy, different race now. As we head in towards turn 1, final one let them go and really slowed up there. And I didn't actually mean to go for that move at all. It's just the only space on track I could go without wiping them out, really, because I was not expecting them to be that slow. But even so, it was a good bit of racing. I flashed in there because I felt he ran me a bit tight there on that right-hander. Not on the chicane, but that long right-hander. I felt, you know, I did have a right to be there, to be honest with you. As we head in towards this right-hander again, we get very close this time. We can't get by. Now, I can tell already they're struggling. Whatever strategy they're doing, they are struggling. They are really, really struggling as we head into the left-hander. So I need to get by them very quickly. I know we have the pace to actually be quicker than car 95, actually, as we continue on out of there then towards the left-hander. Can't really do much here. Next real overtaking spot, of course, is down on the back straight at that hairpin, and that is what we're going to look at then as we head into the right. I mean, look at the grip. Look at the difference in grip there. You know, we're in dirty air, remember, as well, and we just carried so much more speed. Unfortunately, the Aston very quick in a straight line. We were not quick in a straight line at all. I'm just showing my nose here. Obviously, I can't really go for that. I do show my nose there. They left me room, and unfortunately, we can't get that job done for now as we head up here and into the right-hander then. What can we do? That is the question. Versus Jabowski as we then head into the right. So you can see they are struggling a lot here. We are so far up their exhaust Now, is it beneficial for them to keep us behind or not? I'm not too sure, really. A part of me would say yes, and a part of me would say no, because they've got to also think about everybody around them, and the fact that if we start fighting heavily, that we have done, it's cost us 2.5 seconds here so far. If we're fighting this hard, it's costing them time. We're on an alternative strategy. They don't fully know what we're doing here, whereas, they know their strategy. They know all the other cars are on that same strategy, so you do have to be careful a little bit. Looking down the inside as we go into here. Not going to quite work out there as we go into left, so they're defending quite hard. And unfortunately, they're just getting a bit of oversteer, but that's going to be no problem for us. We will catch up to them really quickly. Look at that oversteer there. Four-wheel drifting, sorry, should I say, as we went through there. So I know they're on double stinted tyres at this point because they are really struggling for that grip. And look how much quicker we are. We are so much quicker in every single corner. So I have to get by very quickly. Start to show my nose here, and I'm always going to try and go for this move. They try and outbrake me there. Wasn't the wisest decision there at all, and we keep that position. I don't think it was wise fighting me then in terms of that speed difference there. So I'm flashing car 95 here because I'm telling them I'm a faster car. I do want to get by, and I don't want to hold you up too much. I am allowed to overtake cars which are on a lap ahead of me, because I am allowed to unlap myself where I am the quicker car. And obviously I've caught them back up here. As we head into the right then, what's going to happen here? Through we go. And we are catching them. So they are on fresher tyres, or on the same sort of fresh tyres. However, I've just got a lighter car at this moment in time, which is why I'm going to be the quicker car. Down the inside they go. They did leave me room. Although, a little bit tight there. Had to take a bit of avoiding action as we continue on out of there. But it looks...
Our actual racing today is awesome. All our overtakes are so good.
They are, yeah. We should always do stints like this.
Yeah, this is great.
Sorry, they got interrupted me briefly there. Let's hear what else they have to say.
It's always fun being offset, honestly.
Yep.
As Mike says, it's always fun being offset. And in fact, this was a really fun race to actually do something completely different. Be constantly on it in terms of pace, having to really push the laps in. It was really good fun. But we did get past car 95, and car 44 does let us go here. I was hoping I could get by a bit quicker, but we're very slow on the straights, as you're seeing here. But we do get by them indeed. Thank you once again to car 44 as we head into turn 1. A job done. Happy days. Let's advance further on. What's going to be happening here as we head to the hairpin? Let's jump to some live reactions then. Oh my word, what is that?
Warning for exceeding track limits.
Wait, how have I got... I just randomly got 2 track limit warnings in one. So that was my mistake. I didn't realise James had already got us one earlier on. That was obviously when he ran wide at the chicane. But yeah, I got a track warning there, so I do have to be a bit more careful here. Got Luke coming up behind me. Just came out of the pits just earlier on. Of course, dives down the insides. Good move in the end, as we have to take a bit of avoiding action there on that left-hander. I wasn't sure where Luke was, so we have one of the leaders go by there in car 46. Car 77 behind. Of course, I'm at the double stinted part of my tyres now. We're not pitting for a little while, so I'm going to be a bit slower. I should be low 45s, mid to low 45s. That's where I should be on my double stinted tyres, because I've got a lot less fuel, and they're obviously in better condition on that double stint. As you see, Luke there let the leader go there, car 46. Oh, car 77 very close to my rear there, and that was really close as we continue on out of that corner then. And we're still in this race at least anyway, with 1 hour 50 to go essentially. Oh, car 77. 777 definitely got fresh tyres. You can tell that much, can't you? Look how close they are behind here as we head towards this fast right. So you know what's going to be coming up here, ladies and gentlemen. Children of all ages, are you ready for a move at the hairpin? Because of course that is where you would go for the move as we head into the braking zone. They do look for a send here. I do see it coming, so I just let them go a little bit. And we continue on out of there. I had to run a little bit wide there. I was worried about track limits, but fortunately I should say, I didn't get one. So car 44 coming back up on us. They've let us go twice, so I was easily going to let them go here. Walsingham I saw coming up, so I really let off there. Let them have it. In fact, I really should have let off a little bit more, and I thought they would go by me a little bit quicker. You saw how fast they were on the straight line. In fact, let me go to my reaction to that overtake. Let off a bit more there. That seems to fly by, but he didn't. Yeah, as I say, I thought they would fly by a bit more, and they didn't. So we've got 1 hour 40 to go as we head into the chicane then. Going to the left and then the right, and through we go. Unfortunately, we're going to run a bit wide there. Oh, bugger. Okay, we'll have to play it safe a little bit. Just get a drive-through. Yeah, 3 track limits. Another one is a drive-through. So I saw the Audi coming behind me. The Audi's very quick in a straight line. I wasn't going to hold them up too much. Again, I'm running my own race here. I'll fight when I'm on the freshest set of tyres. double stinted tyres here. Just let them go. I'm coming in the pits very soon indeed as we head towards turn 1 then. And you can see car 95 coming up behind me. Again, I'm coming in the pits soon anyway. I'm not looking to hold this leader up in the slightest. I've got a blue flag, of course. And I'm understeering at this moment in time because I'm coming towards the end of my stint. So I'm trying to lift up. I can't go any further over because I've worried track limit.
You got fresh tyres, mate.
So as you heard there, fresh tyres. I expect them to go down the inside. A bit like what James did earlier on. So let's advance further on then. 1 hour 19 to go. And look at that top left. Come on. Yay! That's right, folks. We've got a 143. I definitely have a mid 143 is my absolute limit in terms of race pace. A 143.9 I'll take. Of course, we're on the fresh tyres now. We can actually go for it as we catch up to car 17, one of the leaders here. Now, I'd caught them up a few corners ago. I'm just showing you the highlights, of course. But as we head up to here, I flashed them. They go defensive and start weaving insanely. I don't know why, and it put me off as I went into here. So, yeah.
What's with the weaving then?
What's he doing? And then he hits me on the exit. No idea what was going through that driver's mind. It's like they had a brain fart or something because it's a completely different race. You know, I'm obviously the faster car at the moment. Let the faster car go. You know, you can stay in your fight by all means, and you can still have your fight. You come into the end of your stint, the tyres are worn. It's not something I would do particularly, and we did report car 17. In fact, they get a 10-second penalty for all of that, for something that they did not have to do. So we go down the inside, and we get the job done here finally. But yeah, I'm not sure why they did that. Very odd behaviour, to be honest with you. And just to see a different reaction to the car that was ahead of car 17. We've got Natal here.
Oh, legend. Thank you.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car approaching. Watch out.
Cheers, mate. That's appreciated.
I see. Cheers, mate. That's appreciated. So again, next time I see Natal, I'll be like, okay, yeah, I need to make sure I let them go a bit easier. They help me out. I help them out. That's the way it works. Well, that's the way I work anyway.
Okay. Should be good. Don't change tyres.
Oof.
That was close.
That was very close. I nearly changed tyres to some worn tyres. We've already got worn tyres on. I don't need to change them. But fortunately, I saw it and I carried on. I accidentally fixed the damage though, which I did not mean to do. So we're going to come out with 40 minutes of the race to go then, as we advance towards 5 minutes to go. So nothing really happened in that stint. It was quite fresh air. Natal is behind me. Not really been catching me until...
Oh, hello.
Oh, what the hell? Yeah, that got a bit close. Until this battle with the Porsche, which we caught up. The Porsche's got dead tyres. Absolute dead tyres as we look for a move down the outside at turn 1. Then here we go. Into the braking zone we go. Unfortunately for me, I've done something a little bit dodgy.
No. Ah, bloody car. Wrong gear. What's the weapon?
Yeah, so wrong gear there for me. I should have been in second gear. I was in third, which is why I couldn't slow the car down enough, and it reacted a bit weird. Anyway, we're back behind the Porsche then, car 42, as we go through that right-hander, and we head towards the hairpin then. We've got 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go in this race. Can we get the move done then? The Porsche's tyres are dead. You can see how much time we're losing here. 1.5 seconds already lost this lap with the fighting, with that little issue we had as well at turn 1 as we go into the right-hander then of the... Well, it's not even the Pillsbrook corner, is it? The chicane's the Pillsbrook corner. Anyway, we've got this next right-hander here, 90 right into that chicane then. I really wish we had the other circuit where I didn't have this chicane because I much prefer that at Catalunya. And of course, they've changed that in real life now. They actually start to use that bit more because it is just more fun. The chicane's just a bit clunky. Clunky's the best word for the chicane. Right, let's get on with this battle with the Porsche then. We are right behind them in the slipstream. Can we do it this time? Let's not make the same mistake again. So here we go. The Porsche goes defensive, which they have every right to do. We go towards that left-hand side. We're going to try and outbrake them this time. Second gear. Round we go. This time we can get it turned a bit more, and through we go. Beautiful move. Happy days. Job's a good one. Up into P27, which is still higher than where we started, at least. As we advance towards the end then, and we're about to finish in P27. Let's get my live reaction then.
I'll bring the car back.
Oh, my wrist. That's so dead. Yeah, my wrist was so dead. So here we are with the results then. And I just have to say really here, you know, I think if we'd have done 50-minute stints rather than 45-minute stints, obviously Tidge, the Ferrari strategist, didn't think of that. If we'd done 50-minute stints, which we can do, and it wouldn't have made a blind bit of difference in terms of our speed compared to our 45-minute stints, we'd have done one less pit stop. And I would say one less pit stop puts us well into the top 20. In fact, I would argue it probably put us very close to P17, P16 sort of area there. You know, 30, 40 seconds. And on top of that, you've got Mike there in P19, car 123, our sister car. They could have been in top 10. So this strategy, although it wasn't as good as a 50-minute strategy, still brilliant fun. I loved it. I am so glad we did this strategy versus the try and survive on 2-hour tyres, 2-hour old tyres. This was far, far better. And I do hope you've enjoyed this video, folks, because that is it for this video. We have one more race, and that is this weekend. In May, that is. It is on May the 28th. So if you're around, tune in to the live stream. We're at Paul Ricard, which should mean some very close racing indeed. But I say that is it for me. 2 videos there to check out. If you want to check out any of the previous races, do give it a like on the way out. And as I say, subscribe to stay in touch with all the latest content, both ATC and Gran Turismo.